This is Montreal's Olympic Stadium. Brian Coster and Mark Travers in the booth for the 31st running of the Montreal Supercross, and this is it, the MX1 final, Brian. This is why all of these fans are in here. They want to see number 5, Jean-Sébastien Roy, win his 5th Montreal Supercross race.
And his final race going into retirement, Travs. The excitement is electric. And judging by Jean-Sébastien Roy out on the track earlier today, he is smooth, Travs, and he has this place figured out.
Brian, this MX1 final will be brought to you by Parts Canada and Thor Motocross Apparel, with a good shot of the boys on the line. Jay Burke with that inside gate pick. The 30 board is up. That means we're really close to racing, Brian. Riders with those pre-race checks getting ready to look down at the gate for the gate to go down. And it is down, Brian. Coming to that first corner. Who's going to get that whole shit?
Burke on the inside, dusts it big time, but it is Jean-Sébastien Roy from the outside, cuts all the way over, parks himself in front of Gibson, takes the whole shot, Travs, and look at him pull away.
Jean-Sébastien Roy did not have a great pick, Brian, because he had to qualify into the final through the last chance qualifier as we see the boys funnel under the tunnel. A great start for number 11, Michael Willard on the inside, taking a peek on NorCal.
Northrop, number 10 on the KTM, actually passed Willard, stuffed him big time going into the tunnel, and Willard is all about third place on Northrop's back fender. There they are, dicing hard through the sand section. Number 11, Michael Willard on the MO, peeking off the inside. But number 3 on the Cowie, Jeff Gibson, that is the Monster Energy Cervix Kawasaki, sitting second with a great start. But Travs, look at JSR.
Number 5, Jean-Sébastien Roy in the lead right now, Brian, on that anniversary yellow Yamaha, looking very good in the lead. Not a technical track tonight, not a super technical track from Dirtworks, but a very fast track. They're going to have to maintain their focus though, Brian. There's some tough parts out here.
Yeah, some very tricky sections with the timing. JSR loves these rockers. He gets through them beautifully, and he's hooking up so well. John there can take inside or outside lines, but things are starting to get hot in the back. This is 6th through 10th. Fasciati there, number 2, with a terrible start. He's got his eyes set on number 6, Simon Homans, as they go through the tunnel, Travs.
A nice package in the top 10, Brian, battling for position as we get back to our leader, number 5, Jean-Sébastien Roy, who looks like he's starting to find his rhythm on this track.
Yeah, that's right, Mark. It looks like he is riding the track, putting all the jitters of his last race and the retirement, all the hype surrounding this great event. Jean-Sébastien Roy just riding the track, and he looks poised to pull it off.
It looks like the big battle right now is for 3rd place or maybe 4th, as we see last year's winner, number 23, Ryan Clark, coming through that rhythm section. Ryan, that is the section that Blair Morgan crashed on in practice. Very tricky and very difficult. A lot of speed through that outside.
Yeah, Blair in the hospital right now with a terrible injury, a possible broken back. We're going to have to keep our prayers and thoughts with Blair Morgan, missing him big time out here tonight.
Great action on the track as we saw number 66, Jacob Marsack, with a great pass on the inside, get by number 2, Colton Fasciati, our outdoor champion in Canada this year. Back to our leader, number 5, Jean-Sébastien Roy on that yellow Blackfoot Yamaha, looking great. Ryan Blizzard with a nice start. Oh, he stalls the motorcycle and busts Marsack out to the outside.
Wow, Marsack completely hung up, loses all kinds of time. Number 66 there, Marsack, he had one of the fastest lap times coming in, was a favorite. He just got relegated.
Marsack had a great couple rides last year in the US Supercross Series, so you know he's fast. As we get back to another former winner, that's number 31, that's Jason Thomas, JT Money, as both of these riders, Clark and Thomas, working up on number 10, Jeff Northrop.
I wouldn't want to be Northrop right now. Oh, the nervous tension. Northrop dishes out the front end and lands right on his face. He's down. Like Fasciati, though, number 2 on the big blue Yamaha, right behind those 2 American, as you mentioned, 23, our winner last year, and that is Ryan Clark.
With number 2, Colton Fasciati, moving up to make this a 3-pack. The battle for 4th place is hot. Here we go for 2nd place. Number 3, that is Jeff Gibson as he lays it out a little wide. The aggressive number 11, Michael Willard on that Yamaha, takes advantage, goes inside and moves into 2nd place.
Willard came in hot, and you could see Gibson take a peak, and just, it spooked him. You could see him lift up. and opened the door there. Totally caught Gibson by surprise. So a very aggressive move by young Michael Willard puts him right up into second spot.
Fasciotti looks up, he goes inside on number 23. That is Ryan Clark, and stuffs him out wide through the sand section. What a pass!
That's motocross at its finest right here. Here comes Fasciotti on the inside, looking aggressive. Goes on the inside, just a little bit of contact, catches Clark's boot and hand, tears him right off the motorcycle in that soft sand. No damage to Clark, just his pride.
Whoa, our leader, number 5, Jean-Sébastien Roy, with a couple of issues through the whoop section, Brian. Again, late in this moto, you gotta stay focused because it's technical. Number 47, Ryan Blizzard, going down. Today in practice, Brian, we saw a lot of riders having problems early with this track, and it's starting to get pretty choppy here late in the day.
Definitely getting rough and gets worn down. We get big braking bumps and acceleration bumps. The battle for third is getting hot, hot, hot. That's JT Money, number 31, in stalking mode. He has got his head up. He's looking at all the weaknesses of Gibson, trying to find any way to make and look at the consequences for Jason Thomas. He almost goes over the handlebars through the rhythm section and just keeps his head down, does not give up, will not be denied. Third place money right there for Jason Thomas.
Carrying a lot of speed on the outside. I would have thought that Gibson would have had the better line with the aggressive inside line, but he did not get it. And Fasciotti goes inside on Gibson and throws him all the way back to 5th place.
You know, Gibson raced the whole outdoor series against Fasciotti. Fasciotti beat him virtually every time they lined up. So Cole Fasciotti has the confidence, knows he's a faster rider than Gibson, just forced his way through to take the pass as well.
Number 11, Michael Willard in 2nd place, closing the gap a little bit on number 5, Jean-Sébastien Roy, our leader. But right now, Jean-Sébastien Roy's just riding his own race. He doesn't care about Willard.
The lapped riders giving a lot of respect to the champ. They see the number 5 coming. They see the blue flag from the official. Means you're getting lapped. JSR working his way through the lappers quite well. He's got about 4 or 5 seconds on number 11, Michael Willard, right now. So it's the champ's race to lose right now. He has got a lot going through his mind. Can you imagine the emotions? It's going to take supreme concentration, Mark, for Jean-Sébastien Roy to hang on trouble-free to the end.
Well, we've seen races in Montreal that have been lost late in the moto. It happens all the time. Jean-Sébastien Roy getting ready to take his last lap flag over that huge catapult finish line, over the jump that takes him to the tunnel, into the sand section. Keep focused, champ, keep focused.
Into the sand section for the last time on that beautiful yellow Yamaha. That is the first time we have seen that yellow bike grace a starting line in Canada. Jean-Sébastien Roy making it work for him on that anniversary machine. Travers coming through here. The crowd is on their feet for Jean-Sébastien Roy.
They can feel it, you better believe it, especially when he takes those lanes right next to the crowd. A triple on the far side, a big double on the inside, and they are loving the action here in Montreal.
You could not write a better movie script to end a career. Jean-Sébastien Roy, a universal star in motocross globally, coming into his last years in Canada exclusively, here for his home crowd, working the brakes in midair on the step on, step off, the technical aspect of motocross and supercross. These athletes second to none in fitness and strength. According to Guinness, they back it up. These guys are the world's greatest athletes.
Jean-Sébastien Roy takes the checkered flag and wins his 5th Montreal Supercross. Brian, what a story we have here tonight with the champ in his final round of racing. Wow, he gets the checkered flag, and you know what? He's got his movie debuting and premiering tonight, so what an evening for number 5, Jean-Sébastien Roy. This is a great way to finish his career.
And his movie is aptly called The Champ, and it is available on DVD. I had a preview, it is a great movie, well documented. The champ elated with the checkered flag in his house. Right here, these people came to see this, and a movie script, and couldn't have written it better myself.
Jean-Sébastien Roy, one of the most popular motocross racers in the country, pretty much of all time. If you think back to Ross the Rollerball Peterson and Jean-Sébastien Roy, 2 of the biggest names in this country, definitely in this sport. Let's get to our top 9 in the MX1 final after 15 laps. Of course, Roy takes the win. Willard in 2nd. Jason Thomas moving down to Fasciotti, Gibson Homans, Tyler Bright with a nice ride, Daniel Blair, and Ryan Clark finishes 9th after losing it in the front end. There is Jean-Sébastien Roy on top of the podium. Your top 3, Willard and JT Money rounding it out. Let's go down with Brian Costner as he talks to the champ.
Thank you, race fans. How fitting. Jean-Sébastien Roy, quite possibly the win of your career. There wasn't a dry eye in the house. You whole shot that race, 21st gate pick. Unbelievable, John. What kind of emotions are you feeling right now?
Well, first, a big thank you to my Blackfoot Yamaha bike. Got me up front right away. I was focused on winning that race. I was a little pissed off after my get off in the heat race. A little mechanical hit somebody and then bent the pipe. I don't know. It's a dream come true. It's a Hollywood movie, like I told you. So many guys asked me last couple of weeks. You should win. You need to win. You need to win. I'm like, well, that would be like in a movie. It's not a movie, but I'll try my best. I worked really hard the last couple of weeks, and like I said, my bike is just working awesome. Andrew put this thing together, it's just, it's.
You have been watching the Montreal Supercross on TSN, brought to you by Coors Light, the Silver Bullet, and Parts Canada, the exclusive distributor of Thor Motocross apparel in Canada. Brian, what a great night we had here in Montreal, starting off with the MX2 final. Too bad for Beaton, but how about Tyler Medaglia? 2 wins here in Montreal in a row.
And you can see a lot of key players having to go wide. There's Tyler Medaglia, 2 wins here in Montreal. A great story right there. Now the ATVs, a fairly clean start. These guys, somewhat of an uneventful race, but boy, oh boy, it was a fast track and freestyle. How about Thomas Paget's traps? That guy's an icon.
Always one of my favorite parts of Montreal is the freestyle final. Look at the air and the combination moves as we get back to a little action from autocross at the start. Look at the carnage. Boy, Brian, you really want to get a great start there, as Gagne did, taking his 5th win here in Montreal in the autocross. And it was all about this one though, Brian. The MX1 final, Jean-Sébastien Roy with a bad gate pick on the outside, gets the whole shot and takes her wire to wire. This is Brian Coster and Mark Travers saying goodbye from Montreal.